hopefully we're live. Should be live. So we're just hanging out, talking true crime, and testing out this camera. We got to get all the settings right. Plus, there seems to be a delay, so let me fix that. It's on YouTube. Can you guys hear that background noise a lot? I can hear it for some reason. Let's see. Okay, that's why. Hold on. So you guys are actually listening to the microphone on the camera, which isn't bad. I'm actually surprised. So that's a good thing. Let's switch it over. It's weird. It's not letting me. Hold on, guys. What's up, Timmy? Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to shut off because I turned the audio off physically on the camera. And when I go into StreamYard and try to actually set it up to the microphone that I want it to be connected to, it won't let me. Oh, I think I know why. It has it set to the default, maybe. All right, so we're still playing with it right now. Good to see you, Cindy, Jason, GP, Jari. So I'm just kind of trying to troubleshoot it right now. What's up, cheeks? So you guys notice it kind of focuses in and out. Also have a delay on my end too. It's kind of annoying. Oh, okay. Let's try this. All right. So when I do it like this, it'll allow me to use my microphone. It's weird. Okay, so we have the camera back up, but it won't let me back onto my microphone. So I have to shut this off in my system here. So I'm going to try to go here to settings. Privacy. Microphone. So I'm pretty sure it's somewhere up in here. So I can almost guarantee that when you turn the camera on, it's changing the input setting. No, it is. That's what's happening, cheeks. So I need to go in and manually either shut it off. I may need to do it in my browser. Let's try that. All right, I'll do that, cheeks. It's a good idea. I'm pretty sure it's the browser, but I think you might be right. I can probably just disable it there. Okay, let's see if that worked. Okay. Is my audio better? I think you got it, Cheeks. I think you hit the nail on the head. Okay, how do we fix this autofocus? It's easy to fix on an iPhone, but I haven't seen any settings where I can fuck with it. So I'm assuming you guys can hear me now, right? Okay, it still sounds like shit. Hold on. What the hell? Oh, it's probably gonna make me reset. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, how about now? We'll see if that did it. There it is. So we just had to reload the my Chrome back up, so we're good to go. Alrighty, working out some of the kinks. But how do you guys like the camera? The quality seems way better, right? The colors I still have to adjust. As you notice, my neon on air sign behind my head there. It seems like it's kind of overexposed or it's just too bright. Yep. Thanks, Cheeks. All right. Thanks to Cheeks, we are back on track. What's up, Stephanie? Jerry, the curious contrarian. Sees through. Karen. I got you, Jari. Sensei. Jason G, what up? Trevin Ritter. GP. Brian Solera. Timmy. Cindy, what's going on? Fishy, if you're still here. And Christine. Yeah, right now everything's on like automatic settings. So when we finish up here, I'll make those a little adjustments. So yeah, the brightness gamma, we'll fuck with that. Sensei, did you get my email today? No, I didn't. Pulling it up now. Oh yeah, I did. I've seen that case before. I've looked into it. I've thought about covering it. Yeah, sorry. I did get your email. Yeah, we're back up and running. All right, big shout out to everybody who donated for the new camera. It's the Sleuth Crew camera now. We'll take it with us wherever we go. I took it outside yesterday, and it looks really good outside under the sun. So I think that's what it's set for. So this is the case that Sensei was talking about. Delay in sound when you talk. Yep. So I have that same delay over here. I'm going to have to work on that. So we're going to have to work on the brightness and also on this weird delay. On my end, it's about 1 full second. I mean, it's really quick. So more details out on father's killing of man accused of molesting 13-year-old daughter. I mean, what do you expect the guy to do? It's like they want to give the guy who was attempting to molest his child a slap on the wrist, and then they want to throw the book at him for doing what anybody would do. I mean, how would you stop yourself from not doing it? If anything, it's like insanity, temporary insanity. So Aaron Spencer killed Michael Fulser, Lanoke County man, and had previously been arrested and charged with sexual offenses. So a man that they've let out, they already gave him a slap on the wrist, right? Child predator. They just, go out there back into society and, don't molest any more children. Mr. Michael Fossler. Right? We locked you up for 5 years. You're good to go. So that man molests his 13-year-old kid and gets killed. Whose fault is that? Is it the court's fault for letting this guy run around to? We know they're going to reoffend. Everybody knows that. Anybody who follows true crime knows that these predators reoffend. There's no one-off with these people. It's what they do. Think about it. Anybody that would molest a child, they can't control themselves. They know it's sick. We all know it's sick. And we all know it's disgusting. They know it's disgusting. They did it because they couldn't control themselves. And that's how a lot of these murders and missing children, that's how we have so many cases. It's because it's these sick people who cannot, who lack self-control of their deviancy, commits the sexual assault, and because they don't give a shit about anybody, they're most likely a psychopath on top of that, personality disorders, that they'll kill their victim just to silence them. A lot of the murders out here, these killers didn't intend to commit a murder. Something just sparked in them. All these fantasies that they constantly have, they couldn't control themselves. One day they see a kid, they look around, well, nobody's around. I'm just going to go grab them. And they're like, what have I done? What have I done? I'm a disgusting person. Well, sorry, little kid, I have to kill you now because I don't want to go to prison for being for something I can't control. Like, it's not my fault I was born a disgusting person, when in all actuality, it 100% is. They only let them out because they don't want to pay to keep them in. Well, it's not. Yeah, I mean, that's true. But I mean, prisons make so much money by keeping them in. I mean, I just don't understand it. They definitely like throwing people in prison. Why don't they like throwing child molesters in prison? Or at least keeping them there, right? The guy who was killed had connections to law enforcement and tried to plant a crack pipe in the car. And this guy clocked it and demanded they drug tested him there. And damn. So there's a conspiracy here. Court records have been sealed. Looks like there's a gag order from Circuit Judge Barbara Elmore. All right, let's read this part here. According to records obtained by the Arkansas Times, Spencer initially called 911 just after 1 a.m. on October 8, 2024, to report his 13-year-old daughter missing. Spencer told police that he'd been awakened by his dog barking when went to his daughter's room to check on her and saw that she was missing. He said he suspected that she was with Fossler, 67, who had been arrested in July and charged with 43 counts, including sexual assault of a minor and internet stalking of a child, related to Fossler's pursuit of Spencer's then 13-year-old daughter. So he's already charged with assaulting this young girl. So not only did he get a slap on the wrist, he came back and then reoffended. He came back and reoffended his original victim. That's fucking terrifying. The arrest affidavit for Spencer says that he went to look for his daughter and Fossler after calling 911 the first time. The Lanoke County Sheriff's Office contacted Cabot Police to ask them to check a specific address. Prior to hearing back from the Cabot Police, however, 911 dispatch got a second call from Spencer, who said he had located the man who kidnapped his daughter and his daughter, but the Fossler was dead on the side of the road and that he had no choice. Hey, you know what? I don't know whose fault. Whose fault is it? I mean, I hate to say it, guys, but I don't feel any sympathy for this perpetrator here. And call me sick, but I feel a little bit of respect for this father, if not a great deal. You know, some fathers are cowards. I don't know. I feel like if they do persecute him and they give him time, he can do his time with his head up. I don't think he'll have any problems in prison. So I don't know what's going on right now if they put him in jail. This article was dated, oh no, this is fairly new. Let's see here. Spencer saw Fossler's white Ford F-150 turn onto Highway 236 East toward Fossler's home, right? If police would have responded to the original 911 call, this wouldn't be happening. They would have been the one tailing his white Ford F-150, not him. He turned around and chased after Fossler's vehicle, flashing his lights and honking his horn to get Fossler to pull over. When the two vehicles arrived at the intersection of highways 236 East and 13 North, Spencer rammed his truck into the rear of Fossler, sending the F-150 into the ditch. Hell yeah. The affidavit continues. Spencer then stated that he exited his vehicle with his firearm in hand and ordered Fossler out of the vehicle to lay down in the ditch and kiss his ass goodbye. Well, I added that part in there. Spencer stated that he observed his daughter trying to exit the passenger side of the vehicle, but it appeared that Fossler had grabbed her and stopped her from getting out. See, the thing is he probably had every intention of killing this young girl. So every second in her custody is a blessing, right? That she's alive. That's why he's ramming the vehicle. That's why he's killing this man and panicking, because she may be a potential witness. He may be trying to silence her. He may be trying to finish the job. But either way, he's a sick, deviant, child molesting freak kidnapper at this point. And if you're going to continue to put your hands on my daughter, you deserve to die. Because at this point, I don't know what your intentions are. You're not letting her leave. You're not letting her separate herself from you, and I can't allow that. There might even be even if it was a 10% chance that you could kill my child. I'm sorry. I feel sorry for you. So good for him. Spencer then stated he exited his vehicle with his firearm in hand and ordered Fossler out of the vehicle and to lay down in the ditch. Well, he didn't listen. According to police reports, Spencer shot Fossler in the chest, arms, and abdomen with a Glock 19. The report does not say how many times each body part was hit, though a standard magazine for a Glock 19 holds 15 rounds. Regarding the pistol whipping of Fossler, the report notes there was blood on the outside of the weapon when police recovered it. So he pistol whipped him too. Damn. All appropriate. Yes, Jari, that's when I was as the words were coming out of my mouth, that's the case I was thinking about. Yep, the karate instructor kidnapped his son, and when they caught him and brought him through the airport halls, the father acted like he was making a phone call. Yeah, that guy's my hero. You know, fuck with my kids, I'm going to put it all on the line. Otherwise, what's the point? You know, what are you here for as a parent? It sucks, yes, and it's tragic, you know. You probably go to prison or get killed yourself, but how could you live with yourself anyway? Cindy Graz did a really good interview with his son, Jari. Who do you interview? Graz does really good interviews. I don't know why. He had like hundreds of interviews. That's what made his channel great. And then it kind of went like off the rails. But yeah, interviews are great. Sleuth, there's quite a lot of info and documents out there on this case. It goes to trial in September. Yeah. I've looked at this case. I've seen it before. I've considered it. So, I mean, it does look very interesting. There's a lot to it. It's not just like your typical open and shut case, that's for sure. So, yeah, we'll continue to follow it. I'll go ahead and bookmark that. Now, if you want to email me some more stuff, feel free. It sounds like you brainwashed this kid into thinking that she loved him or something sick. Yeah, grooming, Stockholm syndrome, psychopaths. They target young people because they're vulnerable. They're ignorant to the world, really. So that's what they're preying on, is their ignorance. They try to get young people because they haven't seen the evil of the world yet. They'll be like, "Ooh, I'll go be their first evil." They won't even see me coming. Gary Plausch. I don't even know if we can talk about Gary on this channel or on YouTube. I don't see why not. Oh, so you're saying that Roz interviewed the actual son that was molested? Gotcha. Interesting. I don't think I ever saw that. Damn. Man, he's like a CIA undercover operative. I mean, he did his research. Think about it. He knew exactly what time they were. This looks like an inside job to me. Like somebody gave him some information. Like we're going to be walking through the airport at this terminal at this exact time. I mean, he executed that like an assassin, like a professional. G. Plausch. Let's see. Gary Plausch's son shares new detail about dad's infamous vigilante killing. The son of a man who shot a child rapist on live TV has revealed new details about the infamous 1984 killing that turned his father into a cult hero. Yeah, this guy kind of looks like Stephen Stearns. He's kind of giving me those vibes. Like just walking through life like, oh, yeah, I'm a sick individual. It is what it is. Until somebody takes care of him. Put him down like a dog. Damn. I would vote the father not guilty of anything. Well, no, I would charge him for murder, but I would say guilty by ways of insanity. I order him to 6 months in the state hospital. Adjourned. Jody. Jody is his son. Let's see. Maybe he has more than one son. Jody was not happy his dad killed him. He thought he should have gone to prison instead. But as a parent, I tend to stand with the dad. Yeah, I mean, at the same time, it's like the child was robbed of his dad. I don't know how long he ended up in prison or whatever. And that's another tragedy. But at the same time, how could you live with yourself if you know you could take this motherfucker out? It might be elaborate. You might end up in prison for the rest of your life. But I mean, if you really put your mind to it, you can send this son of a bitch right to hell. And that's what he did. He knew in his gut he could do it. And let's say he didn't do it. How do you live with yourself? I know his son Jody's saying, hey, I'm upset, what happened to my father. But I think deep down, there's some retribution there. There's like, the son of a bitch that did this to me, or whichever son it was. I don't know if he has more than one son or whatnot. The son of a bitch who did this to me is just in prison. He's writing articles. He's living his life. He found God. He's a newborn Christian and he's found forgiveness. And he's just in a place that he was going to end up he was heading his entire life anyway, right? All psychopaths who have violent, sadistic tendencies are headed towards prison. And not all psychopaths are violent and sadistic. So I'm only referring to the sadistic, violent types. But there's got to be part of him that's saying, damn, this guy's no longer living. I feel like there's like a part of him that might come back, that can be healed a little bit. He might have a new wound, his father going to prison or whatever. But I think part of the old wound might have healed up a little bit. Right? Just knowing that monster who did that to you was just taken out. just eradicated. There's got to be some kind of relief there, right? He was sentenced to 7 years, suspended sentence with 5 years probation, 300 more hours of community. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, you see what they do to child molesters in prison. Imagine what they do to child molester killers. You know, might get an extra pudding every now and again. Stephanie, what's up? All right, guys, I think we're going to get out of here. I got a few things I got to tweak on the camera. We're going to go live a little bit later, so I wanted to make sure we get these little issues taken care of. Howard, what's up? Yep, exactly. Oh, yeah. And I do believe in hell. You better believe I believe in it. He got a one-way ticket. No layovers. No layovers in purgatory for you, buddy. You got a one-way ticket. First class, even. All right. So the camera looks good. We're going to mess with the brightness. I have to try to figure out what the hell's causing this 1 second delay. But if we can't resolve those issues, what the hell? It is what it is. See you later, Timmy. And Jar, yeah, don't forget to hit the like button, comment, share, subscribe, please. All right, I appreciate you guys who provided the feedback. Thanks. We're going to figure out this camera. Big up to everybody who donated for the cause. You know, that was quick. We raised $100 in like a day, and then a little sum for gas money. So great job. Sleuth Crew camera. I mean, it goes with us wherever we go on any of our adventures, and we're going to rock it during the live streams. So big up, big shout out to you guys, and I'll catch you guys a little bit later today. So keep a lookout for the notification, but we are going live. Peace.